Right, hello everyone. All right, so I did say I was going to come online at 3 o'clock to talk about the lucky dip that I did. So that's why I'm here now. But before I do that, I'm just going to be talking about relationship and marriage. So if anyone joins me before the lucky dip is done, um, so hello, hiya. Thank you for joining me. And this is Life Issue, and this is Blessing. So I've been cooking, so I didn't know if I should come online or if I should just wait. But on a second note, I say, you know what? Let me just use my selfie stick and just be doing my cooking while I talk to everybody online. I did promise I was going to come online by 3 o'clock, but I just couldn't do it because I was so busy. You know how it is going to church, trying to get the house ready because I'm starting work tomorrow. Yeah, I've had a 1 week of holiday, but I didn't really have much holiday because I've been busy blogging, trying to go out there and get content for everyone. But I do love what I'm doing, okay? So I'm going to talk about marriage. I mean, I'm a married woman, and sometimes what I see on the internet, I'm just like, okay, people need to be real. People really need to be real, okay? Now, if we don't teach the young ones, the people who are just starting off in their marriage, that marriage is not really a bed of roses, we are deceiving them, okay? Now, anyone out there who just got married, the first thing I'm going to tell you is you need to work out your marriage with your spouse. All right, so I'm cooking, so I'm moving around. Okay? Don't look at the things that you see on social media. Don't look at the posts that people always put on. It's not real. It's not real. To be frank, it is definitely not real. People are just hyping up their marriage. And I think it's wrong. It is wrong, you know. Now, my brother just got married, and the first thing when I called his wife was, you know what, you are going to have difficult time in marriage. Yes, you will. And I keep saying it, you will have difficult time in marriage. And you have to be the one to make up your mind how you want your marriage to be. Now, I've tried to, show you my husband. I've tried to make you guys, come into my life a little bit because I wanted to share that part of me. And just for you to know that, marriage is actually sweet, but it depends on how you make it. Now, if anybody tells that marriage is not sweet, they are lying. Okay? Marriage is sweet, but it depends on how you have to be the one to work out your own marriage. All right? So before I go into anything, I want to say this. If you have not subscribed to my channel, if you have not liked, if you have not shared my blog, please help me subscribe, help me share, because that's the only way I can grow. That's the only way that I'll be motivated to, give out more content, okay? I don't want to stop. I love what I'm doing. I love going out there looking for story. I love, kind of like going out there, trying to talk to people, trying to get people's opinion about things. And it is hard work, like I keep telling people. I have some of my friends, oh, you're a blogger. Okay, how do you do it? It's not that easy. So please help me subscribe. All right, so what am I going to be talking about before the lucky dip? Is internet marriage. People are so fake. When I say people are fake, people are so fake that sometimes I wonder what is wrong. Okay? You and your husband, you're having problem at home. Your marriage is not that rosy. You're on the internet posting, oh, I love my husband. He's the moon. He's the sunshine. He's the head of my crown. He's the crown of my... I'm like, oh my God, please get a life, okay? Get a life, okay? We don't... yeah, during his birthday, just wish him happy birthday. You're not helping the younger generation by all this fake life you're living. Okay? I'm married. Some days me and my husband do have our issue. Do you understand? We do have our issue. Some days I wake up and I just don't feel like seeing his face. Yeah, it happens. Some days I come in and he's not saying hello to me. Or he comes in and I'm not in the mood to say hello because I'm upset or something happened to me at work and I'm carrying the grudges back home. So yes, it happens. But the point is, if you know the person loves you, you guys will work it out. Now, the first principle I have told people who have asked me about marriage is make sure that you guys stop running to your parents when you have issue. Yes. If people don't know what's happening in your home, then they don't have anything to talk about. I don't tell my mom, I don't tell anyone what me and my husband passed through or everyone will quarrel. They don't need to know. We are adults. We can sort our life out, okay? We're able to do it. We're able to sort our life out. So we don't need to have, the pity party, the people knowing our business, calling my mom every time, oh, he did this to me, oh, he's chasing, oh my God. You're giving people opportunity to gossip about you. You're giving the opportunity to just talk about you. So if you're newly married, the first thing I'm going to advise is try to sort your problem within your home. Try. Unless it's something that you cannot solve. But if it's just all those little things, try to solve it. Please don't go to your pastor because you don't even know the person you're reporting to, how their marriage are. You don't know. They don't tell you. I learned early in life because when I got married to my husband and when we're like going out, kind of like everything that happens, I'll call his, brothers or uncles. I'm like, oh, this, that. And you know what? They just come in, they just talk. But at the end of the day, he does what he wants to do. And I do what I want to do because really is me and him. Then they get to know much about us. And it's like, okay, you know what? Until I made up my mind that I'm not talking anymore. I'm sorting my problem out by myself. And it's still working for me. So we have our differences. We have our issue. We don't call home. We don't call Nigeria telling them what's going on. We sort it out at home. Okay, so enough of this fake stuff being posted. We need to teach the younger ones that it is okay to have problem in marriage. It's okay. It's not a crime. It's not something bad to have issue in marriage. It's fine. All right. The pictures that we see in Snapchat, in Instagram, people kissing, people having, it's just a stage. It's all staged. I mean, you can stage it. People are not being real. People are not being real. So please don't start comparing your marriage to someone else's marriage. You shouldn't even try doing that. You should never. I mean, I don't compare. I don't know. I don't even know how to. I don't even have the time to start comparing. I'm so busy. Thinking about how to make money, how to make my life better, how to sort out my home for me to start comparing. Okay, I don't have time to start comparing, so I don't compare. Right? So don't ever compare your home. Don't also try to change your husband because someone else told you their husband is this way, their husband is that. My husband is a typical Nigerian man. Like when I say typical Nigerian man, and sometimes it could be very irritating because I live in England and you know what? We don't have a house help. We don't have anything. So sometimes I'm like, oh my God, when I go to my friend's house who are white, like, who are Western, born here, even the black ones, their husbands are helping them out. And I'm like, why can't you help me? I'm like, why can't you just help me? But until I find out, I made up my mind, you know what? I'll do the dishes when I have time. I don't have to do it every day if I don't want to. Okay? I'll sweep when I have time. I don't have to complain about it. Even if it's not helping me, I'll do the ones I can do. The ones I can't do, I just leave it. I don't have a house help. I don't have anyone. So if you're looking at your friends whose husbands are helping them out, who are always there for them, and you're kind of like, oh, comparing your home to their home, you're going to be making a big mistake, very big mistake. So please don't do that. Don't ever compare your home, compare your husband to someone else's husband, even your boyfriend, even your fiance. Okay, I've had, I'm always on the internet. I'm always chatting. I'm trying to know what's going on, and there was a comment I read this week of a little girl. Well, I call her little because she's not little anyway, but in my mind she's little. She was like, oh, if a man doesn't give you money, he's not worth going out. I'm like, oh my God, seriously? Yeah, you are saying that because you are 25. When you get to 35, 40, the story will change, okay? Why will you depend on a man's money? Why will you depend on your husband's money? You should be making your own money, okay? I don't depend on my husband's money. I mean, yeah, sometimes he gives me money. I hardly ask because I make my own money. I'm always thinking about how to make money. I'm always one step ahead. I'm always thinking about what is out there for me to do. So we do things together, and I don't really get bothered if it gives me money or not. But when I need money, I will ask, okay? But I hardly ask because I always have enough. I work hard, right? That's why, I mean, I'm lucky that I have a husband who doesn't really, he doesn't stop my ambition. I'm very ambitious person. He supports my ambition. So I can actually do whatever I want to do to make money legally, and he supports me. So why would we young girls be talking about, oh, if he doesn't have money, I'm not going to date him, I'm not going to marry him? Like, oh my God, get a life, okay? That's why they treat you as trash. If you don't understand that you need to have your own capital, you need to be independent on your own. Okay, you need to be independent on your own. You have to be independent on your own. Don't depend on a man. Don't depend on anybody, your parents. Work hard. Now, I know in some countries you say, oh, the economic situation, oh, things are hard and everything. Yeah, things are hard. Things are hard, also hard in everywhere. But the point is, what can I do? The Bible did say that anything you can do, anything your hand can do, God will bless it. So if you're a married woman out there, your husband is refusing to give you anything, try, even if to sell bread, even if it's to sell akara, anything, just do something. Try doing something. Okay, try doing something. Try making your own money. It's so horrible. I mean, to depend on a man for sanitary pad, for hair, for I don't know. I've never done it in my life, so I don't know how it is. I don't know. I've never since I left home. When I finished my uni and I started working, I was lucky. I got a job. I've never depended on anyone for anything. I've always done it by my own way. I have my own money, so I make my own money. I'm always looking for what can I do to make money. Okay, so I've heard of a situation whereby a woman asked the husband for money, and he didn't give them. My mom passed through that. So because of my background, I'm very, very mindful. I mean, my mom passed through a whole lot. When I say hell, I mean hell. Yeah, she passed through hell. Now, I mean, she depended on my husband, my dad for everything, and she was put through a lot of hell. So because of my upbringing and the way my mom was treated by my dad's family, I've always known that it is horrible for you not to have something to do. It is horrible. You need to have something doing. Anything your hands can do, do it. Make sure that you are doing something, okay? Make sure that you're doing something. Okay, so another thing I want to say is comparing your children to other children. Please don't ever do that. It is the wrong thing to do, to compare your child with another person's child. They feel unloved. They feel that they don't that you feel as if they need to work hard to get your love. They feel as if that you don't care enough for them, and most of the bad behavior comes up from trying to be what you're not because your parents expect too much from you. Allow your children to grow up the way they are. Okay, stop comparing them. Stop making them want to get the best mark, to be number one in class. Okay, please stop doing that. We need to stop comparing our children. Children are God's is our heritage from God. What we need to do is to nurture. We need to bring up their own special ability. We need to bring up their own gift, not compare them to our neighbors or to our sister's children or to the guy in class who is coming first position. That might not be their position in life. Okay, you have influencers, you have key players, you have middlemen, and you have people who are the cheerleaders, and they all have a place to play in life. Okay, so stop comparing. Just try and find out, what can my child do? What is he best at? Try everything. I, as a parent, I try everything for my son. He's in football. He's in music club. He does this. He does almost. I know how much I do spend, and when he gets to like year 3 or 4, he will start knowing what he wants to do, and then it will be easier for me. But now that he's young, I put him in everything. Anything he tells me he's interested in, I put him there. And I try to make him understand that he's not competitive. All right, I'm not expecting too much from him. I expect him to love it. It's just for him to love it. Enjoy what he's doing. So stop comparing, okay? If your child is not getting the best result, why am I saying this? It's about the blog that I made, the video that I made. That was 2 weeks ago, of a mom beating up their child because they did not know how to count to 200. And I'm like, seriously? 200? A 2-year-old? I don't know what the world is turning into. In development milestone, a 2-year-old should not even know how to count to 200. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to know how to count to 200, okay? So why will a mom expect that of their own child? Did she know how to count to 200? All right. So anyway, I'm just talking, waiting for people to come online. Apparently no one is online yet. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the lucky dip when I come on again. So marriage is, I'm going to sign off this particular vlog by saying this. Marriage is sweet if you are in the relationship with the right person. If you marry for love, if you marry the person not minding how poor or rich the person is, and you marry that person for love, marriage is beautiful. Now, there are limitations. There are things that you might not like. There are things that the other person does that you hate, but that's why it's marriage. That's why compromises are there. I'm not a perfect person, okay? To be frank with you, even people of my own family told my husband that, oh, is he marrying me? I have a temper, I'm this, I'm that. But he went ahead to marry me because he wasn't looking for a perfect person. Now, even before I married my husband, I had a lot of things about him, about his family, about things. But I know him as a person, and I went ahead to marry him. So marriage is a union between a man and a woman. Now, listen, I know Africans that say you marry into a home, you marry into a family, but really it's a scriptural. You marry is you and your husband, okay? It's not you and your husband's family. You marry is a marriage between you and your husband. Now, you as a wife, you have a role to play. You make your home the way you want it. Don't accept things that you don't want to accept because you want to be married. No, don't do that. Okay? Right from the day you are married, the things that you don't want, the things that you think are wrong, try to talk about with your husband. I don't see why a man will be married and the man is still looking outside or still going out late. You are married, you need to know that you have a responsibility. You cannot put your responsibility to others to do. Now, stop being a good wife, trying to be a good wife because you can only pretend for 3 months. It's better that while you guys are courting, you are telling him what you don't like. Okay, my husband knew right from the first day that, you know what, I cannot stand a man touching me or a man beating me. That's one thing I told him. If you ever do that, I will call the police. He knows that. I don't mind. We can shout, you can do whatever, but once you lay your hands on me, I don't mind calling the Met for you, because that is a no-no. Okay, and he knows. So you have to tell him your no-no. You need to be straightforward. Okay, don't start hiding. Don't start, because when in later years your true color comes, or who you are comes out, they will now say, so you are pretending. So if you're in marriage and you intend to be in marriage for life, make sure that you let them know, or when you're in a relationship, what you don't like, what you cannot stand for. Don't pretend. Don't ever pretend. All right? And when you get into it as a wife, you are the one that will fight for your home. I'm sorry to say this, especially if an African, you are the one that will fight for your home. The prayer is left for you to do. I mean, I don't know why it's that way in Africa, but you have to be the one to do the covering for your family. Okay, and I keep telling people, it is a lot of responsibility, because men actually abuse that, that's kind of expectation. So you go out there, do what you want to do, get all the problem that you want, all the troubles. Oh, my wife is at home praying for me. Why don't you pray for me too? Why don't you try being the one that is a prayer warrior? Okay, we're praying for our children. We're praying for our children's husband. There's so much responsibility put on our head. So much responsibility. But that's what we have to do. You need to pray. There are people out there who are after your child's destiny, who are after your husband's destiny. Some people want to kill. And I'm telling you, I fought my battle and I'm still fighting on my battle. I do my battle kneeling down. Okay? I know. And you guys know, those I'm talking to. The battle continues, but I still fight it, and I'm still fighting it. You cannot let your guards down. You can't let your guards down. You as a wife, you have to be the one. You need to encourage your husband to be the better person he can be. Okay? Make sure that you're praying for him. Make sure that you're encouraging him. Make sure that you are covering him with the Holy Spirit. And when it comes to counsel, make sure you're giving him the right counsel. Sometimes I've heard women saying, oh, he's not listening to me. They do listen. They might not tell you, but when you're always giving them the right counsel, they will start listening, okay? They will go out there, listen to their friends, but they will come back and they will say, oh, yeah, my wife's always telling me the truth. My wife always knows what is right. I mean, my husband will tell you, if I give him a counsel, like if it tells me he wants to do this and I go and I say, okay, I'll think about it, I'll come back to you. When I tell him something, if he doesn't listen to me, it backfires. And so sometimes he doesn't tell me things because he say, I'm going to put my winch. It doesn't matter. I'm the witch for the Holy Spirit. But he said, if he tells me now, I'm going to tell him something that he doesn't like. And then when it will backfire, I'm like, you know what? Are you not happy that you have a wife that can see? I sense it. I know. Do you understand? But when he wants to do big decision or big, there's something troubling him, he tells me, because he knows that I don't give selfish advice. I'll give you advice based on the Spirit. And most times it works out that way. So you have to be the one to make sure that your home is covered. That your husband's part is always on the right path. Okay? Okay, enough of marriage. I'm going to be saying, as a woman, you need to always make sure that you are looking your best. Okay? I know sometimes we let our guides down, we let ourselves down, we don't bother, we've given birth to children, our children are disturbing us. It happens to me sometimes. I don't really care about my look. But you need to understand that you have to be your best, okay? Because he married you looking beautiful. So why do you want to change? All right, just a little bit of chat before I do the main thing, which is the lucky dip, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, nobody has come up yet, so That's fine. Um, I know I didn't do a premiere. I didn't talk about this. I'm going to be online, but I did say 3 o'clock. I'm coming online. I mean, people have come and gone. They're not really chatting, but it's fine. So I like to. It's okay. I like talking to myself anyway. All right. So I'm coming back to talk about the lucky day. Thank you.